So I am actually going to go through how to do adding fractions, and they're simple when they don't have the same denominator. And this right here is sort of a guide, but I'm going to go through the problems. There's a lot going on this, but let me just go through it. If I was adding 2 over 6 plus 2 over 3, I need to factor these numbers ahead of time. And we do that factor hockey stick thing, right? But essentially, the next step is to write the two fractions, one right next to each other like this, one over top. And I'm going to write the factors, in this case, 2 and 3, over top of each other. Essentially, this is 1. Okay, 2 over 3 over 2 over 3 is 1. Okay, it's like 6 over 6. It's just 1. And then you understand what I'm doing this in a second. The second one, the factors of 3 is just 3. Okay, and then I look for what is missing between these two. In this case, what is missing is this doesn't have a 2. I just simply cross these out, and then I just multiply across. If this is crossed out, it's just a 1. So it's 2 over 6, right? This would be 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I add them together, I get 6 over 6 from my answer, and I would reduce it to 1. Give you another example down here. Here's 3 over 5. Factors for 5 is just 5. 1 over 3 factors is 3. So it's 3 over 5 and 1 over 3. I write their factors, 5 over 5, 3 over 3. And I'm going to multiply on what they have different. Well, this one doesn't have the 3, so I got to put it here. And this one doesn't have the 5, so I put it here. Then I cross these out, multiply across. 3 times 3 is 9. And 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And then I just add them together. 9 and 5 is 14 over 5, okay? I'm going to work through 3 problems using this. And obviously, this is the guide that's going to be online for doing this. So let's try this guy. I look at it like this. I can find my factors. And now you're going to just start writing this. You don't have to write a big tree. You can just look at this. This is 5. And what is this one? 2 and 5, right? You've been doing enough of these that I think you're getting good at it. So I'm going to put 1 over 5 here. And I'm going to put 7 over 10 here. Then write my factors of 5. I put 5 over 5 here. And this one I put 2 over 5 for the 10 and 2 over 5 for the 10. Now I look, what is missing? Now I can box this. I'm going to make sure you understand this isn't really part of the problem. This is just to let me know, what am I missing? Okay, so I look at this like this. I say, what am I missing? Well, this guy's missing a 2. So I put a 2 here. Okay, this has everything. So then I can put a line through this. I don't use that anymore. So 1 times 2 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. And then I just bring this over. 7 and 10. Okay? So you end up with an answer of 9 over 10. You just add them together. Okay? Fairly simple, right? Let's try this one. All right? Once again, what's my factors for 6? It's 2 and 3. Right? Factors of 3 is just 3. Set my problem over 5 over 6, and this would be 2 over 3, right? Let me do my factors. I have 2 times 3 over 2 times 3. Those are the factors of 6. Factors of 3 is just 3, 3. You might be saying this is laborious, but we are doing this because it's going to help you later on when you get into the higher level maths, what's going on when you're factoring. Sometimes it's a little weird, right? So this guy's missing a 2. I put a 2 and I put a 2. This is gone. This is gone. This becomes 5 over 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Let's combine this together. I get 9 over 6, right? 6 goes into 9 one time with 3 over 6 left over. You can't leave it like this. Got to reduce it. So it's 1. Divide them both. What would that be? 1/2. Okay? You should get familiar with what I'm doing here because this is how I want these problems done. All the problems have to be done in your notebook, all right? I'm going to make this really big so you can see this. The reason why is there's not enough room on the paper, all right? See if I can stretch that. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I can't find my little, there we go. Do them all in your notebook. Notebook. You can't, there's not enough room on that paper and it's going to get messy. I want to see it all look like this in order for it to be right, okay? I'll do one more problem. Here's a good one, okay? And when you look at this one, you might be saying, this one is 3 and 3. This is just 2. They're not going to have anything in common, okay? 12 over 9, and this is 1 over 2. I put 2, and this one's 3 times 3 over 3 times 3. right? I'm going to box this because I'm not really using this. I'm just letting myself know what I can use and what I can't use. This is missing the 2. 2 over 2, right? This is missing the 3 times 3. Now, at this point, you can just make it a 9, okay? If you're smart enough to do it, that's great. If not, you can write 3 times 3. It's the only way to do this, okay? So now we're going to go cross these out and not using it. 4 times 2 is 8. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 times 9 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. Now we can add them together. That's 17 over 18, and you can't reduce that. That would be the answer, okay? I'll do one more, and then I'm done with this. Oh, here's a nice one, okay? So this has the factors for this guy is 2 and 5. Factors for this is 2 and 2, okay? So now we're going to see something where they kind of cross things out. This is a good example from my last one. 3 over 10 and 3 over 4. And the factors for this guy is 2 times 5, and the factors of this guy is 2 times 5. This one right here is what? 2 times 2, and this one's 2 times 2. Let me box this. I'm not using this. Don't use this. You'll get yourself messed up. So just box to make sure you know that you're not supposed to be using this. But I can look now. This is 2 times 5. It's missing a 2, right? This is 2 times 2. It's missing a 5, okay? Now look, this has a 2, and a 5. 2, 2, 5. This has a 2, 2, and a 5, a 2, 2, and a 5. You cross these out and multiply across. You end up with 6, right? Over 20. 3 times 5 is 15 over 20. You can add them together. You get 21 over 20. You wouldn't leave it like that. You would reduce it right into a mixed number. It'd be 1 and 1/20 would be your answer.